And is in jail tonight after leading police in Lufkin on a high-speed chase. You can see their officers used a pit maneuver to try to get the driver to stop. Lufkin police say this all started Wednesday night when the driver ran a stop sign and failed to use his turn signal. The chase continued into a Brookshire Brothers parking lot. That's where the driver finally came to a stop.
Your left hand, open the door from the outside. From the outside. It's locked. Crawl out of the window. Okay. Well, hurry up. Get back here. Walk around. Turn around. Turn around. Now walk backwards inside of my voice. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Give it to me.
And you can see the driver then being taken into custody there. Tonight he's identified as 38-year-old Ross Stormer of Zavalla. Police say he told officers he was driving recklessly because he was angry about a domestic situation. He is charged with evading arrest with a vehicle and possession of marijuana.